What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on, man? My boxing people, my boxing people. Wow. Yesterday, man, this weekend was a great week of boxing. I can't complain. I really can't complain. Um, Shout out to everyone on the live. Hold on one second. This shit tweaking. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Shopping, YouTube, and more. Hey, get started today. Don't be tweaking on me. Wait a minute, wait a minute. All right. All right, we back. This was it was tweaking on me. Mr. Lightning was cracking. Was cracking lacking. Just waiting for some people to tap in. But check out the poll. Who you had winning last night? Francis Ngannou or Tyson Fury, the lineal champion of the world. Um, Fury looked like Larry Holmes, floppy slick. What's going on? What's going on? So check it. I had to watch this fight like 2 times just to get a clear cut so we could chop it up. Hopefully we'll be having a few people jumping on as well, just to get other people's behalf and all that, right? But shout out to the chat, shout out to everybody that's tapping in. Before you guys come into the room, make sure you guys smash the like button. Get into the poll right here. Let me know what y'all think. We got 9 votes right here. Fury with 22%. People thought Fury won. Francis Ngannou, we got 80%. People thought that it was Francis. And the Richter scale is going like this. So smash the like button so we can improve the visibility of the show. And we're gonna get right into it, man. Shout out to everybody that, happy Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, yo brother, what's good, man, what's good? Like I said, once again, guys, make sure you smash that like button and let's improve the visibility of the show. So, first off, I want to give a shout out to Amanda Serrano for completing history. 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds. It was nice to see her get acclimated to what the guys do. She was shooting less combinations and being aware of her punch volume. The girl, she was home. She was definitely game, I would have to say. Um, she had great footwork, nice jab. She did what she had to do. She made things complicated for Amanda Serrano. And then also, man, we got to give a big shout out to Oshaki Foster yesterday. You know, he had probably the best 11th round of the year. I mean, it was Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but it was entertaining. It was in Cancun, Mexico. So I enjoyed it. What's going on? Teach what's going on, man. I'm gonna be reading all the comments. I'm gonna be getting into all that, and it's about to get juicy. But make sure you guys smash the like button and get into the poll, man. Who y'all thought won last night, Fury or Francis Ngannou? A lot of people were up and down when it came down to the Oshaki Foster as far as was it a good fight, was it a bad fight? But nevertheless, man, great fight. Oshaki with a 12-round KO. He was down on the cards and made sure that it didn't get to the round of the cards. But I got my man YSM going to be tapping in with us right now. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I got my man Jamil Haney in the building. YSM's own, Philadelphia's own. What's
Here
good?
you go with your bullshit, man. Here you go with your bullshit. What's
How
up?
you doing, man? Make sure you guys check out my man's YSM Jamil Parker's YouTube channel, man. I mean, he's doing a great job over there. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? This is my boy right here. He's taught me a lot. I've been just started doing this YouTube for like 8 months and stuff like that, and he lets me have it every single time. Every single time we have so many private conversations, and he's always on my ass. I ain't gonna hold you. Was good,
Best
YSM,
eight
man.
month run, best 8th month run in the history of YouTube boxing, man. Y'all need to
Appreciate
recognize, man. Mill City.
appreciate you.
Hey,
So, man,
hey, what's up?
talk talk to me, man. Let's get to some of the cards before we get into the Fury card. I know you want to watch the Eagles game. I know you're a big Philly guy.
Yeah,
So,
I got a
um,
strong 15 minutes for you, bro. I got a strong.
word, word, word. So, talk to me, man. What's your thought about the girls going 12 rounds, 3 minutes apiece, Mana Serrano card?
All right. Whew. Amanda looked like Amanda. A lot of pressure, a lot of punches. Sometimes following Danilia Ramos and not really cutting the ring off. Amanda gets so into the fights towards the later rounds that she kind of abandons her fundamentals and defensive principles, and she just starts.
Fact.
It really didn't make a difference in Amanda Serrano fights whether they 3 minutes, 12 rounds or not. Like I think she's starting to slow in less stoppages as you've seen in the last 5 to 6 fights. So I don't think there's a difference in how many rounds or how long the rounds are. It's just she got 50 fights.
35 years old,
You
too.
seeing the end. Yeah, you're literally seeing the end of a.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Now, gearing up to those Shockey Foster card, you know what I'm saying, in Cancun, Mexico, you was a hard critic. Um, Talk to me about that card. They people talking about like that was like the best 11th round of the year. What's your thoughts? I thought it was a little rock'em sock'em a little bit on that 11th round, but talk to me.
It was only round because fought dumb. Like, all right, so Rocky Hernandez, I'm sorry. He stopped
Hmm.
on the inside angles. He was really giving Oshaki problems. Oshaki abandoned the jab and just stood there with a high guard and just was essentially trying to counter him, but wasn't countering him to the place that he should have been. He kept going to the head. The body was wide open. Right hooks and left hooks to the body, slip and like, and then like, nah, man, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I was high on Oshaki after the Ray Vargas performance. Any kind of pressure fighter is going to give him
Hmm.
is going to get over on him like that. And then the scorecards were even worse. You had one judge that didn't give him one round. I saw Rocky Hernandez take a round off. Literally,
Mm.
that judge didn't give him one fucking round. This is what's wrong with boxing. Boxing is so fucking corrupt, and we are okay with it. Yo, and nothing's going to happen to that judge for not giving the champ one fucking round. It was wild, yo.
Facts. Facts. I
That
mean,
shit was embarrassing. That judge should be embarrassed.
I felt like, definitely the scorecards were completely off. You know what I'm saying? I think that Foster, like, he showed different elements in his game as far as trying to move around. I think he moved around way too much in the first half of the fight. What you think?
I mean, that's a typical Shaqy fight. He moved around,
Mm.
so I can agree with you on that.
You think he was
Like,
blowing off
you know
steam,
how
trying to make him blow off steam, Rocky's steam?
I I think he was trying to tire him out, but also get him desperate to where as though he started lunging and maybe catch him coming in.
Mm.
But I feel like if you want to adopt that philosophy, you have to jab while you're doing it to still win the rounds.
Facts. Facts. Now getting into this the main event, like I want to say, right? The crossover event. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury. First of all, right? Couple questions. First of all, did you
Good.
feel like he did a disservice as far as Fury is concerned to the boxing community?
Did I feel what?
That Fury did a disservice to the boxing community the way he came into this fight. Mm. How's your
He
DMs looking?
embarrassed us as a whole.
How's your
Media
DMs looking?
members, Huh?
How's your DMs
Yo,
looking?
the MMA dudes is hitting me up like he embarrassed us. We're media. He embarrassed trainers. He embarrassed boxers. He embarrassed the dude in gym. You know the old head that's retired that just want to be around boxing, that mops and sweep. He embarrassed him too. Everybody should be that's associated with boxing, bro.
Right.
I'm at a loss for words.
And Trap Lord, yeah. So he was telling us make sure that we talk about the knockout with Oshaki, on the 12th round. Go. Let's backtrack real quick because I think we moved the goalpost like way too quick right there. So like 11th round goes on, right? And Oshaki hurts Araki, and then next thing you know it, he kind of overcommits without being defensively responsible and gets caught in the process. Then he gets hurt. um, your thoughts on just Oshaki's heart coming into the 12th round though, and knowing that he needs the knockout and he gets it.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even care nothing about Shaki's heart in that 12th round. I'm so mad at Oshaki for boxing so stupidly. And I'm not openly critical,
Mm,
but
mm.
here it is. Like, bro, they were trying to rob you, and I felt like you let them. Like, hit him with that shot. Now what? Like, you would have let them rob you, and
They would have took his belt.
it, Rocky Hernandez was an easy fight for Oshaki Foster, for a guy with Oshaki Foster
Mm,
skill set. But he chose to make it difficult staying in the high guard and just standing and shoot when he didn't have to. Give him angles, change levels, up, down, stabbing. Like he wasn't giving you
mm.
much. Stab him to the body. When he overextends, catch him with something over the top. He made it
He
difficult.
did.
And he had to bail himself out with a
Mm.
knockout. And then he almost didn't get the knockout because he wasn't cutting the ring off properly.
Keyword you said he was battling himself.
You're about to have me snap on here. Yeah.
Keyword right there. I like that. Now let's go back into now that we got that out of our chest. Let's get into like the Fury card itself. So a lot of people were screaming robbery. What's your behalf on that?
You said a lot of people what?
Screaming robbery.
I think it was a robbery.
Mm. Mm. Talk your shit.
Let, let me explain. All right, so I'm not judging this by, and this might be unfairly so, but I'm not. It's like we're supposed to score a fight. He was a fucking MMA fighter,
Mm.
bro. And the fact that an MMA fighter did that well against who's supposed to be this generation's great heavyweight. All before this, I was hearing how he could beat Mike Tyson. Oh, nobody in history could beat there and lets a fucking knock him down, but win rounds. So I'm not giving those like close rounds to Tyson Fury. I'm giving those close rounds to Francis
Mm.
Ngannou because the boxer didn't do
Mm.
shit. You're a fucking boxer. You're an elite boxer, and you didn't do shit. No, you're not getting those toss up rounds.
Mm.
You were latest MMA fighter in this fucking fight, and it's Fury lands 4 punches to Ngannou's 3. I'm giving that shit to Ngannou.
Mm. Mm. You seen the copyright, the copy box numbers for punches thrown, landed, and all that?
Yeah, yes.
What you thought about on that? Because we had and God,
Well,
like the numbers are very close. The numbers are very very close. They both didn't throw much. We got Fury landing he was up on the jabs 39 to 130, 137 to Ngannou's 22 to his 115. Power shots go to Ngannou by a split. By just 5 more punches, you know what I'm saying? And then total punches landed, they had Fury at 71 to 223 versus Ngannou's 59 to 231.
All right, I see somebody in the comments said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyson Fury looked like absolute dog shit.
Mierda.
Tyson Fury he barely survived against a fucking MMA fighter. So all those rounds that were close, and you will give Tyson Fury the benefit on, I'm not. Tyson Fury didn't deserve to win that fight. I don't give a fuck what you say, how I sound to you. Yo, first off, Tyson Fury was trying to, okay, he's devoid of an inside game. And a lot of people gave him credit for an inside game that he never has. He mauls, he's that way. He's a roughhouse tactic fighter, right? He's devoid of skill in the inside. And when he got in there with somebody who could wrestle, with somebody that those dirty tactics, he's an MMA fighter. So those aren't dirty tactics to him. That is regular fighting. All of a sudden, he looked like dog shit on the inside.
Yeah.
He couldn't control in the clinch, right? He's elbowing. He's, doing the forearm choke. It's not working. He
Mm-hmm.
threw.
Now, did you see the difference in and I'm pretty sure you could have understood this, like, because obviously Ngannou is a MMA fighter and stuff like that. That Fury leaning on him was not going to be a thing. Did you think it was going to be a thing or not? As far as him putting his weight and trying to slow him down.
I thought that I thought initially Tyson Fury was just gonna play with him to keep it interesting, and then stop
Mm,
him at will. Guy who boxed better than what we initially thought, and a guy who
mm.
we overrate.
Do you think it was probably the?
If you don't
I'm
go
sorry.
into it,
I'm sorry.
no, the dudes in the comments, right? If you don't go into this, if you don't go, if you don't leave Fury versus Ngannou with a feeling of this,
Mm,
I don't
right.
know what to tell you. You like you're a
Mm.
fanboy. Now you got these MMA dudes with their chest out.
They going crazy on me, Jamil. They going crazy on me. Um, you know,
What?
did you see any comments from Dana White yet? And do you think we're gonna get that because supposedly did Dana let go of Ngannou?
No, no. Ngannou Ngannou was a free agent, and he signed with the PFL. And then while he was with the PFL, I don't think he had a fight yet.
Mm,
But then he signs on to fight um, Tyson Fury.
mm, mm. So, in your behalf, did you score the fight while you was watching it at all? Okay. So you had
See, the guys Tyson explain why.
you taking this shit all
I'm judging
politics
this
aside.
by a fucking boxer's in there with a fucking MMA
Mm,
fighter. Yeah, a fucking boxer's in there with an MMA fighter.
mm.
I expect him to win those rounds decisively. He did not. He's sitting there going life and death to where as though the rounds are close and like we got to look at CompuBox to come on, man. Come on, man.
So make sure you guys smash the like button for the people that are going to be tapping in with me later on today or on this session right here. Make sure you stay tuned. Um, listen, so you had it. He was winning up to 2 rounds. So you had it what 6-4, 6-4, or you
Well, you
had
got to
it three
remember,
seven.
one round was a 10-8 round. So I gave Ngannou what the third The third, the fourth, the eighth. Or I left it downstairs. But yeah.
Mm. So you gave him the third. You gave him the fourth. You said you had to give him the eighth.
Yeah.
You
I can hear you.
you gave
Was
him
that
the eighth, right? You gave Ngannou the eighth, right?
yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a very close fight. For the people that are in the chat, I'm gonna figure out how to tap people in before I lose service off of this. Sometimes when I need to get the stream yard, that's what I really need to do. But so you had it 3-7, Jamil, or 6-4?
No, no. 6-4.
6-4. Okay, so that's basically one round,
Oh yeah, okay. 1 round.
10 round fight. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot closer. So like when people come out here saying that it's a robbery when it's a fight that close, can we really call it that?
The only reason why I'm calling it a robbery is because we knew the outcome before the fight started. They already had Usyk versus Fury signed, and with the date in December 23rd.
Mm, mm,
So I don't see how you give Tyson Fury the best I could see Tyson Fury coming out of this fight was a draw.
mm, mm. Yeah, I had it a draw.
For the dude, for everybody's being critical.
Well, I
Go ahead,
mean,
I'll wait.
I'll tell you one thing, right? A lot of fight. This was an ugly fight, bro. Right? This was an ugly fight. Not a lot of punches being thrown, and nobody really like besides Ngannou in the third round and probably like the eighth. There wasn't no rounds that you could be like, yo, this was easy to score here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a easy scored matchup. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about effective punching, I would obviously have to say Ngannou because his chin was like crazy, and I would have to say that if we looked at some of the rounds that Tyson won, I mean, you would have to give him the first round. You could possibly give him the second round, and the second round can go either way, right? Um,
Second round can go either way, exactly.
Second round can be either way. Now, what one thing that I did see Tim Bradley say that was kind of important was after Ngannou scored the knockdown on the third, he started trying
Mm.
to less boxing started coming in the last 3 rounds right after that. He was really trying to inflict pain and really trying to get you know um Fury out of there at certain points, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew he could hurt him. Um, so I feel like like round 4, round 5, these rounds can go either way. Round 8 definitely goes to Ngannou. The last round, nobody pushed the
Yeah.
gas like that either. And now if you really look at it, right, politics are gonna come in super play now because of that. You know, it's gonna come into super play. Um, what about Ngannou's future in the heavyweight division though? In boxing.
All right, so with me watching him, right? I didn't see an MMA fighter in there. I saw a strong. People gonna get mad. I saw a strong bum, right?
Novice.
Really strong heavyweight. Yeah, really strong heavyweight that has great power, but is devoid of skills. But he looked like a strong boxing bum, not an MMA guy going in there. So I think
So if he
more
was a
camps,
bum, what was
a
Fury?
couple.
It's just like a true
Hey
testament
yo,
of like, yo, like, you fight accordingly to your opponent type of shit.
yo, I don't know, man. And dudes want to say that Tyson Fury didn't train. He didn't look like he took this fight as serious as others, but that's not anybody.
and I think
No
it had to
excuses. Dudes didn't want to hear excuses
it had to do with
from
DeRosa.
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence fight.
What was his last? His
Yeah,
last fight
no,
was what's his name?
Derek Chisora.
Chisora. He didn't come to in training camp for that fight either. So he kind of brought that training camp into this training camp, and then he
Yeah,
signs an Usyk deal right in the middle of this. And then what beats my mind is this supposedly supposed to be a title fight, and now it's not. Do you remember people were saying it was going to be a title fight?
no,
No, I heard it.
I don't remember that.
I
No,
heard it was a title.
isn't
It
it?
was going
Isn't
to be a
he's never had a fight?
fight as a pro, right? Rumors, 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 man. Rumors, rumors, rumors. Um, yeah, Jamel, man. I thought it was a disservice to the boxing community due to the fact of how we label Tyson.
Me up. I got my man H in here. Salute to H. But H, you sitting there, right? I don't got nothing against Tyson Fury,
Mm,
right?
mm,
I'm not a hater or nothing like that. But if you want to sit here and act like you're right now, you are judging fucking Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. I want you to think about that.
mm,
Like that shit should have been a whitewash. Should have been a whitewash. It wasn't. It was a fucking competitive fight.
mm,
Shit in its proper perspective. Tyson Fury went life and death with an MMA fighter,
he
bro.
did.
If that had been anybody else, we would have crucified him. We would give him the same energy.
Right, right.
Dudes, a lot of the dudes don't like Wilder.
Mm.
If the let Wilder go life and death with fucking Randy Couture. Come on, man. Stop it.
Well, we got on our poll, we got 50 votes. 50 votes here. 80% of them believe that Francis Ngannou won the fight. Um,
Something
a
crazy.
lot of high level people, not even necessarily boxing fans, but I even checked out your page. You tapped on what like LeBron said, what a whole bunch of other people felt like, which they're not necessarily boxing analysts or boxing purists, but it's just pretty cool to see how this type of crossover fight got so much attention to the public, right?
It was definitely the marketing. The real UFC champion versus who we all consider to be the best heavyweight in the world. Even though that hasn't been decided. But I think that Fury is going to stop Usyk.
Mm,
And I don't think it's going to be as difficult as what people think.
mm,
Usyk can't take body work. I think Fury's going to
mm.
overwhelm him. But I think we're going to see now. I'm with my man Joe. Now we're going to see all these MMA dudes talking
They
crazy
gonna talk crazy.
and calling boxers
They
out.
gonna talk crazy.
And yeah, you talking
Oh
points.
yeah.
Like, first off, these motherfuckers are already annoying.
Oh yeah.
But now it's even going to be worse.
Oh
Like, come on,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. You right. You definitely right. Shout out to the chat. Jackie Hernandez. Yes, I absolutely agree. Fury let us down, not taking this fight serious. Usyk comes into the ring now.
H, you
Everybody,
wildin'. H,
everybody's been talking about Usyk in this undisputed heavyweight bout. Tyson Fury got to come different. I think his chichos got a little bit bigger, and the cellulite of that shit after the knockdown was going Harlem shaking. Like he just he just got bigger. You know what I'm saying in this fight. Um,
I want to say something to H real. It's very stopping Usyk. I don't know about anything. He's gonna stop him. I'm gonna say around fifth, sixth round, he's gonna stop him. But I want to salute the H because a lot of people don't know that H was instrumental into bringing Andy Cruz to Philly.
mhm.
I don't know if he ever talked about this, but H was very instrumental in making that happen and bringing Andy Cruz to train with Boziana. So salute to H, man.
Yeah, salute.
Andy,
I
them
appreciate it.
35s,
Bye. Yeah,
them
yeah.
35s gonna date, man. Look, he's getting better
Mm.
every day.
Yeah, man. I definitely agree. I I like his game. I definitely do. Um, YSM, what you think, man? Now, if in your opinion, I don't remember me asking you in the past, Usyk or Fury. But now I'm gonna ask you. Fury stops him.
Mhm.
Styles make fights, and you believe the size will play a factor in that fight versus what we just seen yesterday.
Yeah, everything is Styles. Like
Hmm.
I'm not like the dude in here. He's getting on my fucking nerves. But I'm not saying Fury's a bum. Fury's still an all time great,
Mm,
right? But I, f- I feel like we saw a chink in his armor, a weakness that this current crop of heavyweights they can't exploit.
mm, mm,
Usyk cannot exploit that. That's for guys like I would say a guy that maybe like a Riddick Bowe,
mm, mm.
a guy like that.
I would have to agree
But
with H Money
Usyk,
and the
no.
Joel Vasquez. Like I just think Usyk is just too fast for Fury, and yeah, that's just my behalf on it. And he's tricky. No, so certain things that I liked, right? Salute to Arena, right? Certain things that I like, right? Fury goes in southpaw, right? Confused, and Ngannou goes southpaw right after the second round. Little things like that. I was like,
Yo, I wanted to throw my fucking phone when I saw that shit, yo.
right, right, right. I think also Jamil, I think we got to give props to Ngannou because in reality, I thought, I placed my bet. I did a nice little parlay for this week. Landed the parlay, lost my KO. I thought that, Fury would have got him out of there between 8 and 9. Didn't happen. The dude was super durable. Chin was really, really, really sturdy. Um, I think a guy that big, I kind of told you on the phone, it's like you can't fight a dude like that. You got to shoot a dude like that. That dude is huge. You know what I'm saying? The dude is too big. The dude is paused, but he is, man. He's a big, big dude. Um, round one, Fury goes wild, right? The first punch he throws, he's trying to get his respect.
Immediately.
Yes, 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 yes. Didn't work. Didn't work. How about Ngannou's bringing in the Superman punch to the game, though? You know what I'm saying? And landed it. And landed it.
Hey, hey, yo, this is what the boxing jump. First off, like that's a terrible um to throw a fucking Superman punch on a fucking Hall of Famer, the guy that we consider the number one heavyweight. Shit, let you know everything about that. Threw a fucking Superman
Superman.
punch and landed it. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Boxing got embarrassed
Yeah,
last
I
night.
went like, did that shit just really happen? Now, Ngannou's punch, slowing it down on the third round, how he knocked him down. I'm gonna you got to talk about the good things that Ngannou brought to the table that we didn't know because certain people like myself, I'd never watched Ngannou fight. You feel me? So going off of that knockdown, right? He went over the top of Fury's punch over his jab. Now I have to give credit to that because once I started watching, round one go, I seen his footwork. I'm like, wow, his movement's not too bad. And then he has his lead hand down. That was one thing. He had his rear hand right here, but he had his lean hand down. He was catching his punches with this hand, and he kind of when he did that, I felt like the game plan for the coaches was let's not keep him a high guard so you could be predictable. So Fury could see what you when you're
Mm.
throwing your lead hand. So I like that, but he went over the top. The dude's timing is real. You know what I'm saying? And that has to go with the art of warfare. This is a combat. He's a combat fighter, so he understands timing as well. So that was impressive as well, and obviously the level changes that Ngannou did. Ngannou looked like like I said, he looked like a boxer. He didn't look like an MMA fighter. Now, did his frame look like a boxer? Did he move his head? Nah, but he
No.
looked good in there, man.
He did a real good job of fencing too. I don't think that we gave him enough for battle of the lead hand. I thought that Fury would sit there and just outthink him.
Hmm.
No, that's not what I saw in there. I saw a guy that was in there. He was thinking, not on
Mm, mm,
needs to drop 10 pounds of muscle. Of course, you need more muscle in MMA than you do in boxing because, of course, you have the lactic acid buildup and all that.
hmm.
And but yeah, man, I don't think MMA ever gets Francis Ngannou back. I don't think he's ever going to fight. Money's too
Mm.
good in boxing, and he performed.
Money's too good
Yeah,
in boxing. So we do.
and he showed he can compete.
Do you think we see him with the likes of a Deontay Wilder, maybe, or maybe a lower opposition?
If Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder will face Francis Ngannou, that's my prediction.
I like that fight. I like.
We all would see that. We all would pay our now. We didn't. Come on, we know we streamed that. Like, let's keep it a big. Everybody in the comments talking shit. We streamed that fight. Now we are willing to pay dollars to see Francis Ngannou fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to. Would you like to see a? So if Fury don't get this fight like right away with Usyk because like he got the cut in his in the forehead now. Would you mind seeing a Usyk and Ngannou a fight as well, an exhibition?
Nah, versus AJ or Fury. If no, I'm sorry. Give me Ngannou versus AJ or Wilder.
Mm.
I want to see face Usyk is Big Bang. Big Bang deserves a shot.
Big Bang Zang. Big Bang Zang.
Yeah, I don't. Currently, I don't think any heavyweight can beat Big Bang.
Yeah, I think Mr. Lightning. I think Zhang would do Francis Ngannou dirty. I think he'll do him dirty. Yeah. Um. Anyway, Jamil, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you guys feel free to go to YSM Sports Media on YouTube. You catch Jamil with some of the hot interviews and hot topics. He's just interviewing, goes to all the fights, and also, Philadelphia is like, uh, one of the best cities when it comes to boxing and stuff like that. And he is that guy in Philadelphia. Nobody else. My man YSM. Man, I appreciate you tapping in. Enjoy the Eagles game. Anything you want to leave out before you slide?
First, I appreciate you, bro. You doing your thing. Um, Nate Dogg, I'm the biggest Wilder fan probably in the world. Like Wilder is my favorite fighter, but
Hmm.
I don't hate on Fury. I this point that Wilder Big
Mm.
Bang, bro. Big Bang. First off, he's shown that he has a chin. Big Bang just has just a bunch of just different. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Big Bang is the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Put your money on Bang.
Salute to my man H Money. Salute to the chat. Even boxing gym, whatever his name is. He was putting pressure on me the whole time. Salute to y'all.
Yeah,
Whether we agree or disagree, as long as we respectfully, have the debate, I'm
yeah.
all with it. I'm leaving on that note, man.
You already know,
Yeah.
man.
Shouts out to Mr. Moses, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Jamil. Catch up with you. You already know, guys. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. People that do got the link. I'm gonna be, anybody that wants to tap in with your boy. Make sure you guys hit me in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about just chopping it up each and every day at 12 p.m. What you think? You guys think we should do that? And then I'll send you the links on Instagram Messenger if you guys are down for something like that. If you guys want, a little bit more content each and every day at 12 o'clock, I think that we could build this boxing community up and really tap in. But nevertheless, make sure you guys smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. And we got here another one. Fight Boxing Gym. Lorenzo. Lorenzo in the building.
Good,
Fight
man.
Boxing Gym in the building.
I got my notes ready, bro. I had to
Ooh.
take notes, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So where do we start? Where do
we
we
just
start?
hey, man. I appreciate everybody first and foremost that's on the page commenting. But now we're gonna get to the analytics, the logistics, and the technicality of what really transpired with this fight. All
Talk
right,
to me.
because fans are gonna be fans 100%. I respect every fan. I respect every combat
Mm,
person that puts their life on the line. But I'm going to go ahead and speak about this from the business standpoint. What tactically took place, the information that I got last night, and just overall, just sensibility. You know what I'm saying? Using common sense. First and foremost, we knew that Francis Ngannou and the UFC Dana White were having problems with pay.
mm-hmm.
He talked about how he fought, but yet he was still broke at times. He didn't know what the heck was going on, how he could be a champion, and he was getting underpaid. We know for a fact that boxing has put UFC fighters on the map based off of our pay grade because of what our fans do. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way, shape, and form am I going to shit on any UFC fighter, any combat fighter, because you put your life on the line. But this first and foremost was to break the and put in the forefront of Dana White's eyes that, like, hey man, you got to start paying your fighters more, bruh, because you're a $1 billion company and you sitting here paying them nothing. So what has happened, like our Floyd Mayweather, like, you know what I'm saying? Even as Jake and Logan Paul and all them fighting against UFC fighters, you know what I'm saying? It's for us to give you guys the ability to have equality. You know what I'm saying? Um, so as the fans, first and foremost for the UFC and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you guys do. What you guys do is something that we don't do. You guys are skilled. But you guys also got to start putting pressure on the UFC because boxing fans, we show up for our fighters every time, no matter what.
Mm,
This was to put pressure on Dana White and the UFC to shed light on the injustice because you've been hearing it within like the past 5 years that Dana White is skimming everybody. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
To the point to where you and I both know firsthand that Dana White has stepped in to boxing. We know firsthand Dana White has fighters that are signed to him, professional boxers that are signed to him because he's trying to get this revenue as well. You know what I'm saying? But on
Mm-hmm.
this end, I can tell you this firsthand that he treats his boxers better than he treats his UFC fighters. Um,
Mm.
so let's bring that to the forefront because I'm
Okay.
not going to sit here and just talk about robbery. I'm not going to sit here and talk about some 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 orchestrated fight, an
Okay.
exhibition. You know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
My first point is this was about being able to shed light on the injustice that UFC is not getting paid. All right. Second, this is for the viewers that do not know that Dana White does have signed professional boxers to his own company, and
Yep.
he treats them pleasantly.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant, no complaints, zero. All right. I
Let's
had the
get into the bread and butter. Let's get into the bread and butter. I know you got a whole
no, no,
notepad.
wait
Let's
a minute.
get into
I
it.
want you. No, I got it. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. The next point I'm gonna make is this: is that everything has to do with what Tyson Fury are marketing this fight for Usyk, right? Bringing his fans up, right? He got to get views. He got to get views because Tyson Fury does do numbers, but he's not doing Javante numbers. He's not doing these Bud numbers. You know, he's not doing the Canelo numbers. He's
Mm.
doing numbers, but he's not an American. So he has to bring some type of attraction to it. So he had to crossbreed. He had to merge. He had to create a hybrid event. Third, real quick, you got to remember this is about merging fans. You want to bring fans from the UFC over to boxing and boxing over to the UFC. This is strategically planned. This is a business, $1 billion business. And please believe that there's people sitting at the table talking about how the hell do we merge this and how do we make it more equitable? Because if we have celebrity boxing with these YouTubers, how do we do it on our end and eat from this as well? All right. So that means
I'll stop you right there real quick because the merging of the two sports is beautiful when you look at it, but then when we look at it in a political way, right? We could
hmm
see that it won't go the UFC route like how it happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Because boxing has been, it's been a historical sport. You feel me? And like if we just come out and watch these UFC guys come in, they're gonna get the short end of the stick every single time. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Because
this
of
is
the
so that
politics of it.
no, this is to allow them to compete in both realms, for them
Mhm.
to be able to be dual licensed fighters. This is eventually going to lead them to open up their own pro career as a fighter. It doesn't have to be okay. They could do an exhibition, but then it allows them to go on ahead and get registered to whatever state they're in to become a professional boxer because
Mm.
they see if they have a career here, they have a puncher's chance. Because honestly, let's just keep it a beam, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack. What you guys didn't mention, this is hostility towards whatever fighter. You know what I'm saying? 618 East Street, Chula Vista, California. You know what I'm saying? 91910 is my address. You guys can pull up to my gym whenever. You feel me? I'm letting y'all know right now that there is not one UFC fighter that can get any boxer in the ring, hands down. The reason being is because you guys get taught your stand-up game from us in the first and foremost. You feel me? Second, we couldn't compete with y'all in the cage. That's just the truth. We can't. But when it comes to that squared circle, I'm letting you know.
How did you see Chavez Jr. versus Anderson Silva?
But in the ring,
Yeah.
who taught Anderson Silver? Was it a UFC coach or a boxing
He
coach?
has he has a boxing
That,
background.
that's that's what I'm trying to tell you. That it's the boxing. They do not have a chance against any professional fighter without a professional boxing
It's
coach.
tough though because it's like they have so many different combat sports all in one. You feel me?
That's
So
what I'm
they
trying to tell you. Without us, there's nothing. Without us, they
mm,
have no stand-up game.
okay.
What UFC Bellator bare knuckle person professional fighter does not have the experience from having their stand-up game brought from boxing. So what I'm saying is that when they execute their punches, when they're
Mm,
holding their mitts, it's based off of our foundation.
okay.
So it's not
Okay.
like Francis Ngannou went in there and he only was taught by the UFC coaches. He got taught by Hall of Fame boxing coaches.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Holly Holmes as well. Yep.
Yeah. So this right here is about me shedding light on Francis Ngannou went in there, did his thing. I'm not hating on him. I really love the dude. You feel me? I
Yep.
have a fight in Nigeria. So for me, it's very important to shed light that Francis Ngannou didn't just come from the UFC, got taught by his UFC team, came in and fought Fury. No, for the past 2 years, he has been training to fight Tyson Fury.
Yes, you could see that. You could see that this has been in marination for quite some
Yeah,
time
yeah,
now.
yeah. This has been
Outside of
marinating.
everything, but coming into right, just not talking about the sports and all that. Get into the fight. What you thought
Right.
about the fight? Did they get the decision right in your behalf?
But yes, 100% they got the decision correct. I went back and I rewatched it.
Hmm.
Um, I reached out to Coach Dewey. You know what I'm saying? Um, I reached
Salute
out
to
to the
Dewey.
other coaches. Yeah, yeah. I reached out to Coach
They
Dewey.
did a great job with Francis.
No, they did. Now, that's one thing I was going to tell you that prior to the prior to the commitment of it, you know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
the reason why I told you I have confirmation that Francis Ngannou has been using the past over a year and a half now training for specifically this one individual. All right.
Hmm.
Now, I do believe that Tyson did outbox Francis, but we got to take note that Francis Ngannou does know how to fight. Like you said, he has natural timing. You know what I'm saying?
Nice
And this
timing.
dude, and this dude is built like five men together. He's built like a fucking Spartan. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on, man. That
You
that
gotta
punching power.
you gotta bring a hammer to the fight. You really do.
Yeah, bro. Anyone that's like, oh, he knocked Tyson Fury down. Well, shit, he gonna knock your ass down too. What the fuck? He gonna
But
knock down everybody?
but there was I gotta stop you here too. There was some moments that we seen Ngannou outbox Fury.
Now that was because Tyson Fury knew that this exhibition would humiliate him if he got caught with something, so he wasn't risking the ability of putting his next fight on the line or his reputation. So he had to fight a little skittish because he knew that that dude had lead in his shit. That's
Mm.
only sensible. People will fight off their back foot. Let's use actual logic here, viewers. If you know for a fact that you have a fight that is predestined for December 23rd, right? Like Usyk said, he let it be known in the commentary. He said, "No, the contract's for December 23rd," right? So, since the fight's for December 23rd, let's think about it. Francis
I don't think
Ngannou
we're gonna
takes
get it now.
well, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it. So Tyson, they may not, but Tyson had to not blow up his fucking face, but with Ngannou's fucking bombs. You know what I'm saying? Because Ngannou still wanted to win the fight. So he
Mm.
was throwing. So he had to fight off his back foot. He had to be a little bit more rhythmic. He couldn't take as many chances because he knew the dude had lead. Now let's say hypothetically speaking, he didn't have the power. Tyson would have sat there more and made it more entertaining.
Mm.
But you can't risk the real bag. You can't risk your legacy. This would have obliterated his legacy. Look what you guys are doing already, shitting on Tyson Fury, saying it's horrible for boxing, and he won the fucking fight. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Controversially.
exactly, controversially, he won the fight. But regardless, if this is tarnishing his legacy, this is tarnishing our 300 years of boxing. Imagine if he would have got fucking knocked out. You get what I'm saying? Over an
Mm.
exhibition. Now what if Mikey Garcia goes in there and beats Floyd? Oh my God, Mikey Garcia is the greatest of all time, and now Floyd's 52-0 and 52-1. You know what I'm saying? Fans are gonna say anything. So
Mm.
logically, he didn't want to fuck up the bag. He
The
knew that the Usyk was it.
the poll is looking crazy here. You know what I'm saying? We got Francis Ngannou, 94 votes. And Francis Ngannou, 81% right now. People have him winning the fight.
And
This
that's cool. They can
Yeah,
win the
yeah, yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah. And most most of the time, my behalf on the fight, because I haven't really broke it down, and I'll probably break it down once we're done um with you. So now, how'd you have it scored? Because you have Fury winning. How did you
Well,
have it scored?
I gave Francis Ngannou. Honestly, I gave him 4 rounds.
4 rounds with the knockdown. So you gave him 2 rounds before the knockdown.
No, I gave him three
Before the
rounds
third.
after
What
the
rounds
knockdown.
did you have him winning?
I gave him the knockdown. I gave
Mm-hmm.
him the
Third.
knockdown. I gave him the eighth round. I
Good.
gave him the fifth round. Um, and then a little bit of the 11th. That tied me up because he was
So
winning
now
a little
that's a
bit.
draw. So now
No,
you
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes.
It's not. That's what I said. That was like a. It's like spades. It was like a possible. You feel me? But
Okay.
I
So
was
you had
the
it six
reason why I
four.
didn't. The reason why I didn't. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. The reason why I didn't give him that last round was because Tyson Fury kept landing that jab and doubles. You feel me? And I
Mm-hmm.
played it off. I literally scored it like a fucking ring judge. I didn't
Mm,
score it like a fan. So
mm,
in my, I gave him that three. What may be a P. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Possibly. But
mm.
we're also negating the fact that when he threw the Superman punch, Tyson slipped it. He didn't land it. You feel me?
No, he landed. He landed it.
Nah, he didn't land it, bro.
No, he
He didn't.
landed it. He landed
Bro,
it.
show me the video because when I saw it, it didn't look like
Bro,
he landed it.
the sweat don't lie.
He landed it.
Yeah, he landed
No,
it.
I didn't.
There was
When
nothing
I was
on it.
watching it, it looked like when it was to me, it looked like it's like he slipped it. But
He
he did
tried to
land it.
slip it, but it still got it. It still got him. He wasn't expecting that, and I'm glad he didn't continue to keep throwing it over and over.
Yeah. Also, let's not forget the fact that Tyson was lighting him up too. Tyson made him nervous. Tyson walked him back when he was throwing them stiff ass right hands to his face. And
Mm.
when you do say something like, hold on, you mentioned this earlier, and I'm gonna say it to every fan that's on here, and I can't read the comments, so hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Like, I wish I could read them, but I can't because it's like they're double layered. But let me take a screenshot of it so I can show you. But anywho, those that are in the comments, you got to remember this. When Tyson was in the ring with Ngannou, he was landing his right hands, and when he went southpaw, Ngannou went southpaw. Every UFC fighter that I've ever known, any Bellator fighter, any bare knuckle fighter, those are ambidextrous fighters, anyways. It wasn't so like, oh my God, he switched to southpaw. That's expected from a UFC fighter. If a UFC fighter isn't taught
Yeah,
to go
he was a
both
former
ways, then
kickboxer too. So.
yeah, bro, that's nothing for people to be like, oh my God, he did that.
Mm,
Like, bro, you sound fucking retarded because that's what they're
mm,
supposed to do. So it was more impressive to see Tyson switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Than it
mm,
was for me to see Ngannou do it.
mm,
Then on top of it, when we're mentioning the fight, you say, Lorenzo, why did you score the fight in Tyson's favor? First
Mm,
and foremost, I don't give a damn. Tyson could have probably got knocked down 3 times in this exhibition. They were not finna throw this fucking fight with Usyk out the window. They were
mm,
not.
mm.
They were not. This is a gimmick, man. You guys got to remember, this is what they want us to do. This is all a part of marketing. This is all a part of the bigger play. They don't become a $1 billion company without being able to sit down with people and be like, look, if you naturally catch me, you catch me. That's my risk. You feel me? But we know what this is. This is to put you in the spotlight. Because I promise you this much: if you put a heavyweight fighter with an actual fucking box rec fight on the line, they're whooping Ngannou's ass. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. They
Mm,
whooping his ass
mm, mm.
because it doesn't. This is shits and giggles. This is for him to get his millions. This is for him to make the transition over. I'm gonna be back. Cool. Well, you're gonna have to start at the bottom because I promise you this much: if you get in there with Andy Ruiz, if you get in there with Ajabe, if you get in there with motherfucking Ortiz, you get in there with anybody, Deontay Wilder, they're really gonna light you the fuck up, bro. This ain't gonna be no pity pat. We're just putting on a show. Tyson Fury is one of the greatest showmen of all time in our sport. And
Talking.
yes, his performances have been a little bit down lately, but I think that this is part of a grander scheme for him to whoop Usyk's ass when they fight because
Hmm.
Usyk is gonna this boosts his
Cook.
confidence.
Hold on one second. Cooking with CR Senior. Man, we're inviting guests here. To the channel, and you're talking about it being biased. Let me tell you something, man. All right, because I haven't seen you on here. This is the least biased channel anybody has seen in boxing. I've been on YouTube for 8 months. Okay, one of the fastest growing YouTube channels this year. Please, please, if you're gonna be in the comments, be open minded. Okay, and speak upon what you have to speak upon, and we will relate to your message and get to it. But let's not talk about the show, please. Go on, Lorenzo. And Lorenzo, also,
Yeah,
get into some of your last points on here as well, so I can get some more people in. And I appreciate you
yeah,
for
no worries, no
chopping it up
worries,
with me
no
as well.
worries. No worries. Real quick, man. Like he said, man, this is a diverse show. We're not shitting on the UFC. If anything, what we're doing as a boxing community, we are shedding light on the injustice of your lack thereof, of you putting your life on the line and you not getting paid the dividends that you deserve. You
Hmm.
guys should be cashing in on that money. The UFC deserves equality, bro. And this is the big brother looking out for the little brother because I don't give a damn what the UFC says. You will forever be the little brother. You feel me? No matter how famous y'all become. The reason being is because boxing is America's sport. You feel me? No matter what it is, it supersedes baseball, basketball, football. It does. You feel me? This is it. Since the gladiator days, this is who we are. So UFC, we appreciate your fans. We appreciate everything that you guys do. But this is to shed light on that. McGregor blew up. You got to think about it. This Dylan kid with Jake. Jake has been saying it. Fuck Dana. Look at this. Look at that. The lack of the pay. You have even our guy that's hated the most out of all the promoters with Oscar De La Hoya calling out Dana White. Pay your people right.
Mm, mm,
And like we
mm.
said, we both know, and he doesn't have to agree to it, but we both know that he treats his professional fighters better than he treats his UFC fighters. We know that for a fact. So I'm letting you know now, this was all about shedding light on the injustice. Yes, did it happen the way the boxing community would have preferred? No, but I love this razzle dazzle conversation because then it hypes you UFC fighters up. But remember this, someone's going to go on ahead and give you a reality check. Do
Hmm.
we think that we can step in the octagon with you? Fuck no. I can't wrestle to save my life. And if you kick me in my shin, hey, that's enough, buddy. If I see the cauliflower ear and you smack my girl ass, I'm gonna keep it pushing, Brody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this much: when you step in that ring, that's our territory. You feel me? I do believe that this was a big publicity stunt. I do believe that Francis Ngannou does have skills. I do believe that that was an honest knockdown. But when you score it, as a judge, he lost the fight.
Right, right. Well, last minute statements, Lorenzo, before we tap out. And my last question to you: Does and Francis Ngannou got a future in the heavyweight division?
100% Francis Ngannou does have a future in boxing, and I think that he needs to stay here instead of going back to the UFC. I know he has a contract that he's dealing with, you know what I'm saying? But if he could pay himself out, because we know how the UFC could be, if he could pay himself out, he does. But as I will tell him right now, you need to work your way up through the rankings, because even if you fought someone like a Torres, you feel me, or you fought someone like a Big Baby, you're gonna have a problem. And these are just our young coming prospects. You feel me? When people are really fighting for their dividends, just go through the rankings, build yourself a quality team. It seems like, you know what I'm saying, Tyson endorsed you. It seems like Dewey's doing okay with you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep building. I'm a fan of yours. I can't wait to see more. And I want to see more UFC people crossover. My last statement is this, is that I appreciate everything that Mill City's doing. You feel me? At the end of the day, no matter what combat sport you're in, it's all love. You risk your life. I appreciate you guys. You feel me? This is the fastest in high high level sports entertainment page that's been booming. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
man.
Thank you for giving me the platform on here. But at the end of the day, any UFC fighter stepping that ring, they getting that work, baby. You feel me?
Yep, you already know, man. Appreciate you
I'm
for
out.
stopping by, bro. For real, for real. Um, I'm gonna be getting into my thoughts as well. Anybody that does have the link, hit me up on my Instagram, on my messenger. See if you want to be part of the community. You're more than welcome. Just message me on Instagram at Mill City Boxing saying, "Hey Jay or Mill, I want to be part of your community," and I will send you the link to the community. Now, cooking with CR. I'm not here to, block anybody, but what I'm trying to say is that you're speaking upon an educated opinion. I've been looking through the comments, and there's no educated opinion that you have spoken upon yet. So I mean, it sounds good, and I'm not trying to knock you, my man. I really not. I'm not that type of a person. But when we talk about educated opinion, you got to make a statement. You got to tell us why, instead of just saying someone is biased or whatever the case may be. Remember, this is a show, man, and everybody got an opinion, man. It's like everybody got an asshole. We all shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So my opinion on the fight, all right. And anybody that does, let me see if I can tap in some of the fans that are part of the community. And shout out to everybody on the the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe as well. I'm gonna be see if I can add some. Okay, okay. I said nothing disrespectful at all, but to say someone from the MMA can never beat a boxer when it has happened both ways is the truth. Absolutely. That is the truth. But you 100%. You 100%. You 100%. And I agree with you. I just wanted to say, when we talk about, little broad statements and stuff like that, tell us why. You know what I'm saying? This is for everybody here. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. We do high level interviews. We talk to coaches, and now we're adding the fans in here. We're going to be adding the phone real soon. So make sure you guys tap in. Um, the poll has 109 votes. Francis Ngannou 76%. You know what I'm saying? Um, hey, I'm gonna get into my thoughts. Just gonna be just tossing this link up to a few more people. Uh, just started learning how to like tap in with people. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Anybody that wants to tap in, let me know what your uh IGs are. We will be tapping people in. Um, beautiful Sunday. Beautiful Sunday. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in with me as well. So now, leading on to some of the stuff that I believe about this fight itself. First of all, um, I watched this fight twice. Okay, and I was a little biased upon my. That's why on my reaction video I didn't speak too much upon numbers and rounds and stuff like that. Right, looking at it the second time, watching it the second time, I looked at it and I seen that you know I looked at round one. I gave the first round to Tyson Fury. Second round comes. I see that Tyson Fury was getting used to certain things, and then Ngannou was catching on. I look like that looked like very close to a swing round to me. Um, but nevertheless, I could give it to Ngannou. A lot of swing rounds in this fight, guys. A lot of swing rounds. But the people that don't know what a swing round means, it's like it can go either way. It can go either way. Um, when it comes down to round three, obviously, Ngannou showed that he had a big punch. I love the hook over the top to Fury's jab. He timed it very well. He has boxing ability, and that is for sure. I appreciated the fight itself. Not a lot of punches being thrown, a lot of education when it comes down to footwork. I think that that's like the biggest thing is when a UFC fighter transitions to the boxing ring, the footwork is something that they don't get traditionally used to. Ngannou used to be a former kickboxer, so he had some footwork game as is. It was hard for Fury to make the adjustments with the angles. Also, in the same time, we seen that Fury didn't work hard when it came down to trying to get these angles. Um, so that being said, I liked it. So now round three, you give it to Ngannou. Now right now you're looking at it as like Ngannou could have got the second round. So I had Ngannou. I basically had it tied. I had it tied going into the round four, 2-2. Now sorry about that, Nate. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't even have. It's raining hard. It's raining hard today right now. But nevertheless, when we came down to, I definitely gave Ngannou um really close fight. When I looked at it the second time, I'm like, hey, this could be a draw. And then when I was watching it the first time, I also believed it could have been a draw because I didn't know. But I also did understood that the politics in boxing, it would have been hard for Ngannou to get this decision due to the fact of how they praised Fury for so many years. I was one of the guys that always thought that Usyk, and you can look at my past content, I always thought Usyk could beat Fury due to the fact of the laziness of Tyson Fury's work ethic and stuff like that. I thought the angles of Usyk would always give him problems. A lot of people kind of really um just like looked at Fury as like, hey, if I put my weight on you, it's gonna tire you out. With a guy like Francis Ngannou, that doesn't work. That theory doesn't work. So, that being said, like I feel like that was the main factor. Fury got a little bit bigger for this fight. His chichos were hanging around doing the Harlem Shake, vibrating and stuff like that. But in just my behalf of just the fight itself, for me, I thought it could have been a draw, to be fair, and to obviously politically correct, could have geared up with another big fight. Fury, he was shocked, just like a lot of the other boxing fans were, you know what I'm saying. um when I looked at Ngannou, I seen a guy that has boxing ability. His timing was good, natural timing. You know what I'm saying? He was going downstairs, stabbing to the body. I think stabbing to the body was great. Um, Heavy hands, and I told my friends too. I was like, not just the heavy hand, the heavy arm. You know what I'm saying? The guy is jacked up to, he got muscles on his forehead. So it was tough. I could see I could see 6'4" Ngannou. I could see 6'4" Fury because of all the swing rounds. And I could also see a draw. So that's not a biased opinion because I've seen the fight twice. You know what I'm saying? And politics did come into play in this fight. I'm not gonna lie, politics did. I think if Fury lost, I think that it would have been a less tasteful fight for him and Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight champion. So that's my behalf on the take of the fight. Just to Ngannou to be able to land Superman punches and shit like that, that's just insane. Like that shit should not be happening. You know what I'm saying? I remember Tio did that one time, and it's just like when you can do things whatever you want in a fight, it's just it's what it is, man. It's what it is. So just make sure that you look at the fight again. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you got a knockdown, all right, Cooks. Uh, you're right, Mr. Lightning. It is what it is. Cooking how is it biased if it is true so far? Exactly. If you got a knockdown in the third and the fourth, you said it was even. That's from the fourth round, and still point why puts Fury down by round four. I don't get what you were saying there. I never said it was true because it's mostly true doesn't mean a boxer will always win. Okay, okay. So we're into this boxer UFC thing. Um, you know, it's a fight. It's a fight, and then when it comes down to the heavyweight division, it's even more scarier because why? These guys they come into the ring and they're big, right? There's no weight class really. In the heavyweight division, there's no weight class. As long as you're over 200 pounds, you can come and fight. So that being said, um, you know, you got to pick your poison. You got to pick your poison. I believe that if I think Francis Ngannou does have a future in boxing, I definitely do. He impressed me. The footwork, the feinting. You know what I'm saying? Fury's feints now they weren't like what they were. Like he doubled and he singled it, but he stayed in place. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think that Fury was scared to get knocked out in the same time. He he looked very sloppy. He was jumping into his punches, so he would throw his combination. He'll throw a 1-2, but he'll make sure that his head was in Ngannou's chest because he just didn't want Ngannou to time him, and I was crazy about just looking at that. I was like, wow, you know, Tyson the Fury is looked at as one of the greatest boxers, and in this fight right here, he just showed levels of why there's ways of beating him. Now, the conditioning level, I think the conditioning of Fury was bad as well. I think that he didn't come into training camp complete. Same thing with this Chisora fight. He looked horrible in that fight. I told everybody about that too. I thought he looked horrible. So he brought probably the same training camp with Chisora into this Francis Ngannou fight. It was just you got to take this sport serious. I'm wondering if he still loves the fight. I remember talking to James Toney, and James Toney was saying the same thing. Like I don't know if he still loves the sport. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be. It might be something that he just doesn't, love the sport as much as he used to. I don't go into the documentary on what they have over there on Netflix. That's to me when you try to write a story while you're in a business, um, while you're fighting, I just believe that it's nonsense. I think that there's a lot of things going on with Fury. I think that Francis Ngannou has a future in boxing, and what I mean by that too is like, yeah, I think Andy. I think someone put in the comments here, Andy Louise and Ngannou would be a good fight. I think that would be a good fight because you don't really know how Ngannou's going to react to the combination punches of Andy Ruiz. But then and again, who's more athletic? Ngannou, who could take probably a better punch? Probably Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my behalf on it. I think this is a good topic to touch on because people think that just because this is just boxing, this is a fight too. You know what I'm saying? And these guys they deal with the combat sport itself. So and remember, like I said again, we're dealing with the heavyweight division. It's not like you got these guys coming into the same weight. You don't know where these guys are gonna hydrate at. Naturally, where whatever Ngannou weighed in, he weighed in. Fury just packed on the pounds by just eating Twinkies. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like he really um he really packed on muscle. We can't say that. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that. But I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the fight. I even enjoyed the controversy. You know what I'm saying? Francis has never been dropped in the MMA. He got a chin. Matt, he got a chin. The homie got a chin. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that we can't say he don't got no chin. The boy got a chin. You know what I'm saying? And he's mean in there. Take professional. I mean, I got UFC people hitting me up like off the hook. Yo, you know, a UFC can't beat a boxer, and I'll take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that on the chin. Like I said, I had Fury winning, but like I said, the politics come into play, and I know that like politics in boxing has kind of messed up the sport tremendously. Francis's chin is transition good. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like what they said over here, if he couldn't get knocked out by 4 ounce, 5 ounce gloves, right, that they're wearing in the UFC, what makes you think he gonna get I think there's 4 ounces, right? And what makes you think he gonna get knocked out by Fury with 8 ounces? You know what I'm saying? The only way I would have seen Fury knocking him out was gassing him out and then hitting him with a big shot and and continue to keep throwing the volume towards the later rounds. Um, if this now my question to the chat is if this fight went 12, who'd you have winning? If this fight went 2 more rounds, who would y'all favor? You know what I'm saying? Because we already got in the poll we got 125 votes, and 74% believe that Francis won this fight. And I'm not disagreeing because like I said, it could have went either way, and it could have been a draw. It being a robbery, right? Now let's talk about that being a robbery. I think it might be a little bit far stretched because judges are human. Judges are human. They can't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? They can't make mistakes. 1 or 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it 100 here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to keep it 100. The scorecards were tooth and nail. The scorecards were tooth and nail. Um, the atmosphere was fire. Absolutely, we had. That's the good thing about this fight and these guys coming in. You know what I'm saying? Fury wins 11-12. Absolutely, absolutely. I see that. You know what I'm saying? I, we have to give it to Ngannou and they weren't Mr. Lightning, right? Going into the 11-12, he didn't just like make it convincing. It wasn't like superly convincing, but I had it. If you look at the rounds, they were really close. If you look at the copy box punch stats, they're super close. You don't got nobody beating somebody 10 punches over a round. There's none of that going on in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not a robbery, but Francis was never going to get the decision. And I knew that. I knew that. Knowing boxing, I knew that it was going to be like that. That's why I was, when it came down to the Crawford and Spence, I feel like Crawford knew that he had to get him out of there because of the popularity that Spence had. And what he do, he made sure. You know what I'm saying? Oshaki Foster yesterday, right? He was down on the scorecards and he was in Cancun in favor of the other guy, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? He had to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So in reality, Ngannou, if he didn't realize that, then I don't know. You don't understand the politics of boxing then. You don't understand the politics of boxing. You know what I'm saying? To call it a robbery, I don't think so. To call it, could have went another way? Yeah, absolutely. 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 Could have went the other way. What would it did to the boxing community if it went the other way? Would have been one of the biggest upsets of boxing history. I don't think boxing was ready for that yet. I don't think boxing was ready for that. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Francis had a lot of inactive when he was uh taking some jabs. Yeah, he was taking jabs. And one thing about Ngannou taking those jabs, right? I seen Ngannou take the jab and not flinch. Like the dude had a poker face, right? He had a super poker face. So it was like when and the thing about it, Tyson Fury does a lot of flick jabs. If people don't know what a flick jab is, right? A flick jab is a punch that when you see guys throwing shadow boxing, you see that their hands are open. It's because they're practicing the speed, and because the speed of your punch is going to be faster when you open your hands versus tighten it. You kind of want to tighten it as soon as you're about to take the turn. About to take the turn is when you close it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't even close it at all. You know what I'm saying? That's in a distraction punch, so you can land the big right hand. Things that I didn't like about Fury, right? Because we got to go tooth and nail of what we didn't like about Fury, right? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. What you didn't like about Fury. Make sure you guys smash the like button. All right. So Fury, what Fury did was he was wider. He threw his punches wider than Ngannou. Ngannou was tighter, which I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Ngannou's hook wasn't good for me, but his straight punches were good. And the dude is so strong that he could swing wide shots and still be effective. Versus Wilder, you know, um, he has gone through his career being the heavier guy, and the smaller guy gets affected by the weight of the punches that being thrown. With this matchup, it wasn't like that at all. So styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I looked at this, I was like, "Yo, I wish what I should have did was look at Francis fight and see how he takes his punches, see how he works out. But who would have knew he would have been in shape enough to go 10 like that? That's another thing. Who would have knew that? The neck on the Joker, he looked huge. UFC has 260 65 weight limits. So Francis never at his full capacity. His punches are wide, and Fury's conditioning was questionable. In the past two fights has been questionable, right? If Francis got a knockdown in the eighth, I'd had him winning the match. Absolutely. No question about it. Especially it's going 10 rounds. You're already up four. Now you just gotta win two more rounds and you're good money. You know what I'm saying? Which was the eighth. And it's arguably if he ended up winning, the third or fourth round. But the thing about it is that no, the fourth or fifth round. But the thing about it is that when you and I like what Tim said. Like I said before, I said, yo, once you score the knockdown, your your determination inside the ring, and you see it in amateur boxing. You see it in amateur boxing. When you even seen it with the Oshaki Foster fight in the 11th round, Oshaki hurts him right and does too much. He gets too close. He's smothering his work, and he's not defensively responsible, and he doesn't have no separation. What happens? He gets clipped. You know what I'm saying? So with Ngannou was trying to land that shot again instead of just boxing because he was boxing Fury, which is something that we as fans didn't expect. We didn't expect Ngannou to outbox Fury at moments, and he did. He definitely did. Salute to Ngannou, man. He deserved. Now, was it a disappointment for boxing that we seen that? Yes, it was a big disappointment for boxing that we seen that. But we have to keep it 100. We got to keep it 100. We need better from Fury. We need better from Fury. You know what I'm saying? You need to come in shape. I don't give a damn if it's no UFC fighter. You're only going 10 rounds, Fury. You're only going 10 rounds, Fury. You know what I'm saying? You're getting paid all this money, bro. You're one of the highest paying boxers, bro. And you're not coming in? You're not coming in to show out? Exactly, Patrick. I think Fury overlooked him. He overlooked him, bro. He overlooked him, bro. Salute to all the guys that work with Francis. You know what I'm saying? I want AJ versus Francis. I like that fight. The battle of the bodybuilders, right? The battle of the bodybuilders. Now, if we keep it 100, but the thing about it, the difference between those two guys, who got heart and who got a chin? Who got heart and who got a chin? No, speaking upon heart too, Francis needs to understand coming into the boxing world, right? that if you're gonna come into boxing, you better put it all on the line. All right, these championship rounds, you better put it all on the line. Because first of all, you're getting the opportunity. That's another thing. Francis Ngannou is getting a huge opportunity. Let's be honest here. We gotta keep it 100. Your first fight in the square circle, and you get to fight Tyson Fury, and you don't put it all on the line in the championship rounds. You gotta go. You gotta pull a Oshaki Foster in the 12th round. That's what you gotta do. Ngannou only was looking to only counter. That's why he lost the fight. But Ngannou will the lose next to go rounds. You know, it's just like you have to, man. You you gotta know how to be B side, bro. You gotta know that when you look at Vegas odds and you see that it was a plus 14 or plus 12, yo, you got to put it all on the line. No questionable. I don't think he overlooked him. Francis fought well. Conditioning was good. Footwork was superb. When it came down to Fury's conditioning, it wasn't as good as it should have been, bro. I know you're talking about Francis. And Francis fought well. I think that Francis got a future in heavyweight boxing. That's my opinion. I really do think he has a future in heavyweight boxing. Who can he beat? Let's go. Let's talk about who Francis could possibly beat. Who do you guys think Francis could beat? I think that a Fury and him. I mean, Anthony Joshua and Ngannou. Looking at that performance, right? I think he got a great shot. He got a great shot. Willie in the
Yeah,
building. Willie in the building. Willie in the
what's good? What's
building.
good? What's good?
What's goody, bro? Listen, man. We over here chopping it up, man. We've been on here for like an hour now, and the votes are in. I put a poll up, and we got over 133 votes, and
Francis.
74% of the people believe that uh Francis Ngannou won the fight.
Yeah,
What's your
nah,
behalf on it?
no doubt about it. I think a lot of people underestimated Ngannou, and I was saying this on to at least to the people that I know that talk boxing, that Ngannou had some type of a chance, and a lot of people were kind of discrediting him because he didn't look like great on the pads. I thought he looked completely fine on the pads. First of all, turning
Mm,
his foot, moving around, throwing a jab. You know what I'm saying? Everything was kind of working like on a basic level.
yeah.
So I figured, yeah, he might have a chance. And I put bets on Ngannou to drop Fury and Fury to still win the fight because of it. And
Did you hit?
yeah, I hit, bro. I hit three different ways, but for the same scenario though, for Fury to be dropped and then to win by a split decision or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's controversial. Um, and definitely they need to run it back. Now I believe the Fury's been exposed, really not as much as for being like lazy or there's gonna be a lot of excuses. People saying that he didn't really train, etc. I
You
just
didn't
think
see the
that
Chichos get bigger though?
yeah, but he's always been a big dude. So that's really
Yeah,
nothing like surprising about him.
yeah.
But I think he
We can't expect his physical, like what he looks like physically, you know what I mean, to play a factor in training camp. That's for sure.
yeah, nah, that's never been a thing for him. The weight's always been kind of something that people make fun of about him, but it
Mm-hmm.
really doesn't define how he fights. But I mean, yesterday I think it's just a matter of him underestimating Ngannou, thinking
Mm-hmm.
that he was gonna steamroll him, from the first round, and then Ngannou stayed like really composed, and from being it's his first fight, you could just see that he's been practicing for a long time for him to be under that pressure and still perform the way that he did. So he got a lot of shine right now because of that, and he can go a lot of different ways. I mean, depending what Fury does now, he's probably gonna use this as an excuse to extend his layoff and kind of just go way past, this whole situation. The Usyk fight is really not gonna happen right away, so now we gotta wonder if Fury's gonna relinquish those titles or not.
Due
Cause
to the cut on his forehead, right?
yeah, and that was like I think not from a headbutt or anything. I'm not really sure, but
No, it was from the hook. It was from a hook. I think
yeah,
it happened early.
yeah, exactly. That was
I think
before
it
the
happened
drop.
in the second round, bro. It
Yeah,
happened in the second
that
round.
was before the drop. Um,
It happened
and
with an exchange, actually. It happened
yeah, and
with
I
an
peeped that
exchange.
Fury hit Ngannou with an elbow. When he threw a 1-2, so that was kind of out of nowhere too. But besides the fact, Ngannou did nasty, bro, nasty, nasty. He definitely showed out for everyone that was talking shit about him. And I peeped the interview that he was saying before the fight, saying, I don't expect anybody to give me their respect or whatever.
Mm.
So he earned it. He definitely earned it.
Yes,
That
yes,
shit was fun.
absolutely. He earned it. He earned it.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
difference makers in the fight. I mean, when it came down to scorecards, how'd you had it scored?
Me personally, I had it scored at least winning. Winning, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like Ngannou won by like 2 rounds, at
Yeah,
least
that's a
one
close
or two
fight.
rounds. Yeah, and it was just like, damn, if they would have gave it to him, it would have been one of those, not I would even say controversial ones, but one of the most shocking ones in history that it probably would have just went too much like
It would
clout
have been
at
the
that.
biggest upset in
Yeah,
heavyweight history.
indeed, man.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's up with Fury. He wasn't using none of his shit, and especially when he got dropped. And I don't know for me, he got dropped the same way that Wilder caught him with that tempo shot at the top, same joint that dropped him. And now you gotta wonder, is like that his soft area right there, that little spot in his head where you catch him and he's going down,
Yeah.
regardless. So I mean, shit. I know Wilder. Wilder at
So you
home
had
gonna
it
laugh
six
at that.
four.
Huh?
You had it 6-4.
Yeah, definitely. All day.
So, in your behalf, does he have a future in boxing?
I mean, it really depends. I mean, a money future, because Ngannou's already a big name, so he can bring as much money to the table as like an Anthony Joshua now, even if this is his first fight. So depending on where he goes, he can definitely fight other boxers and also give him problems. He honestly fought better than Joshua. I feel like he fought a lot more composed. He stayed, in the pocket. He wasn't even when he got hit, he didn't let it like bother him. You know what I'm saying? Like most people when they get touched, all of a sudden it's just like they start defending and they kind of run back. But he was there. He was the game, and I don't think Fury expected that shit at all, bro. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, man.
Did you enjoy the fight?
I did, and not to change the subject quickly, but I also wanted to throw out the Wardley and the Adelaide fight, um, just cause Wardley showed out, man, and he ain't got no amateur background, so he really fucking bodied Adelaide. That shit was crazy.
Right. 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 Um, tell us about that. Tell us about that. Make sure you um follow me on Instagram. Send me a message. That way, I got you on here, and you could be a part of the boxing community. Anybody that wants to get on here as well, make sure you guys go on Mill City Boxing on Instagram. Hit me with a message and say, "Yo, Jay, I want to be part of your boxing community on YouTube, and that way I can send you guys the link." Whenever I jump on, I plan on jumping on every day at 12 o'clock at PM East Coast time. I think that this is what the boxing world needs, among some of these high level interviews. So yeah, make sure you guys send us a message. So what you think about a Ngannou and AJ fight?
Ngannou and AJ, to be honest, watching Ngannou box, they kind of box similarly. It's just Ngannou keeps his hands up way more. Like
Nah,
he's
nah, 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 nah. Opposite, opposite, opposite.
nah, man.
So I'll
Look
tell
at
you
the
one thing,
fight,
right?
bro.
Ngannou keeps the right hand up a little too high, right? He keeps it like right
Yeah,
here.
but that's
He should
that's
keep it right
not
here.
not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
The
but
way.
this one is where the lead hand that he has. I actually like it because it's not here. He kind of so you don't know when he's gonna throw it. You don't
Yeah,
know if it's gonna be a wide hook. You don't know. Um, I think AJ got better fundamentals in
yeah.
boxing. Absolutely.
I think he might have better fundamentals, but he lost that that hunger to end someone when they're either hurt or he knows that he could. You know what I'm saying?
I think
And
Ngannou can get him.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it's absolutely possible,
Yo.
especially after the way that he dropped Fury.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's
we're
not
gonna have to
impossible.
turn this more into we gotta give respect to Ngannou and stop saying, yo, we gotta disrespect the MMA community coming into boxing and just respect Ngannou, period.
Yeah, I mean, he did it. He did it the right way. He really put in the effort to learn, and he didn't look like a person that just started to learn how to box. You can see those type of things. We've
Yeah.
seen Nate Diaz do it. We've seen other MMA fighters doing it, and how bad they look boxing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you could see that the effort wasn't there for them to actually put in.
Anderson Silva and Chavez
Yeah,
Jr.
they're the only. I mean, Anderson Silva is one of the only now in Ngannou that transitioned over that they made a really good show out. But
Mm.
I mean, it depends on the person. There's probably plenty of boxers that can switch over to
Well, we
MMA
need
and
a
probably
get
be
back.
good too.
We need Terrence to go over there and show them that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got the hands and I can wrestle too, and we could do this.
yeah. I think he one of the only people because you always hear about Terrence being a really good wrestler.
And the women boxers they tend to transition pretty well.
Yeah, I think Clarissa, she's one of the
Well,
only.
there's a few. There's a few. There's a
Yeah,
few.
yeah. Clarissa, Holly Holm, I think is another one that she switched back and forth.
Harlem. And then you also got the one from Brooklyn, the one that fought Amanda Serrano,
Shorty, I
the
forgot her
white
name.
girl. I think her name was Holly too.
Nah,
I interviewed her before. She fought.
yeah,
She
one
fought
of the recent
Amanda
fights.
before. But
Yeah,
yeah, man. Um, it was some good fights. What you think about the Oshaki though?
Osaki is nice. Yeah, that shit was a good stoppage too.
That was a good
He was
stop.
doing the thing. He was but he was on the prowl right there. Like he reminded me of like Benavides when he just has that stance coming forward, boom, shooting the right, boom, again. The dude just can't stop it. Man, he did his thing, bro. I can't even lie. He looked really really good. So I'm hoping to see him back
I
in
mean,
action soon.
I've seen a lot of flaws in him in this fight. It seemed like Rocky had a lot of punch. You could tell he got a lot of punch. If you looked at his record, he's a KO artist at that. But he did a lot of movement, and I don't know if it was to slow down Rocky, blow some steam off of it, his punches in the late round. I don't know if it was like a game plan or whatever the case may be, but he had to turn on the switch right away towards the end, and you know I just think that when it came down to the 11th round, people are talking about this being the best 11th round in boxing for this year. What you think?
I agree. It was very dramatic, and we haven't really seen something like that
Heather Hardy. Yep, exactly.
It was very dramatic. So I mean, that's kind of like the fun part about the sport when you get moments like that, where it's a
Hmm.
really back and forth round and you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Those are really what make boxing more viable to watch and shit. So yeah, it was a fun fight, and he won like with a good victory right there. It's a solid one, even though
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he was down though on the cards, but
they said he was down.
yeah,
They said he was down. Like I was, Zab was like calling me in the middle of the fight, so I was like trying to like show him respect on the FaceTime and then watch in the middle of
yeah,
the fight. So it was tough for me to
yeah,
really look about it. But it did see that Oshaki was depending on what style of judges, right, you're gonna be coming across. You would have to say that Oshaki was definitely in his back foot. But I've seen him boxing a lot. I've seen
yeah,
him, using his jab, changing directions. But Mexico, they don't like that shit. Cancun, they ain't gonna be about it. And it just really depends. It really depends on it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's the thing about judges. But I've also, like I always mentioned to you, I've never been a fan of where they sit when they're watching the fight, because when you're sitting down and looking up, I feel like you can't really see everything clearly.
hmm
So then they need to put them on an elevated position so they can probably look down towards the fight, and
Or
they'll
even
probably
add
be able to
another
see
judge
that.
too. It wouldn't hurt to add another judge in there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But I mean,
Um,
even speaking of judges, that's why I didn't like the scorecard between Fury and Ngannou. Because the first one had it right. The first one absolutely had it right, but the next two, it was just, you can already
well, the
tell.
last one was decent. The last one was what,
Nah, I think
94.
it was like 96, 93, wasn't it? For Fury for the other two.
Oh, they had him up 3 rounds.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I just think that they saved him right there, man. Cause he was talking so much shit on the way on the lead up to the fight.
When
And
doesn't he?
yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of just playing both parts, talking shit, trying to be a nice guy, talking shit, nice guy. Man, and now he got to face that embarrassment. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, my man Willie, thank you for tapping in, man. I'm glad that you got to be able to come in. You already know, man. We're gonna be doing this more often. Like I said, 12 o'clock East Coast time. We're gonna be chopping it up with the peoples. We're gonna get the phone lines. We're gonna start going in a little crazy and stuff.
you
So you already know, man. We talk to you real soon.
no city boxing, baby.
Oh, oh yeah. Also, right? How was your night last night?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, and
It
I
was
get
good.
fun, bro. It's popping out in Boston, bro. So I can't stand. It was good. We
Where?
ready for next weekend though. We need that done.
Facts. All right, so I'll chop it up with you after I get off here.
Tato loco.
Dale, bye.
Sure.
You already know, guys, it's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. Anybody else that got the link, man. And if you want the link, make sure you follow me on Instagram so I can send you the link. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to talk to some of the subscribers and see what your thoughts on and all that. And like I said, just to continue to bring more traction to the show. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got here. Let's see what I got here. What you guys think in the comments section as well? This was a great show. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. Look at the votes. The votes are outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Over 148 votes, and Francis Ngannou won y'all over. Francis beats the boy nicely. He won that fight. That's love, man. That's love. That's love. I'm gonna send this to one more of my guys. Um, See if they not too busy. If they are, it's cool. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want the link, please go onto my Instagram forever, right? Go into my Instagram. Say, Mills, I want to be part of your boxing community. Send me the link. And whenever you are going on live, 12 o'clock East Coast time. I'm going to be doing a couple more interviews for today. Um, Also going to be doing an interview with Coach Kenny, Javante Davis's coach, on Instagram Live today as well. And then also we're going to be doing another interview with the talk of what was going on this week with, if you guys don't know, Rajan Chance. He did a sparring with Jahan Ingram, and it kind of went a little crazy, kind of went left in the gym with the Shakur's team and the money team. And I'm going to be getting Jay Han's thoughts on the spar, and he can let us, I haven't interviewed him on YouTube yet. Definitely have interviewed him in the past. Good dude, campaigns at 122 pounds. So definitely going to be some insight there for you guys to pick on and stuff like that. And hopefully these young boys don't take it to the street and they just keep it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes sparring does get a little crazy. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys smash the like button before coming in and out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this segment in the Mill City Boxing, man. Much love to each and every single one of y'all, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Someone when a fighter looks better than expected, he may be seen as a winner of the fight. I mean, yeah, remember, a lot of these politics come into play as well. So, much love to each and every single one of you. Once again, man, this is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Much love to y'all. We'll be back with another interview real soon. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Much love.